up, though? What it do? Alright. Let's see what we about to just play a little Battlefield, chill. You know, the same old shit. Just a little different toilet, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see what videos we got. I'm really just trying to chill, so I might not even play that much Battlefield, but might just sit here and watch videos and shit. Just depends, you know what I'm saying? Like adult diapers. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Did I even put up the video? Hey, there goes the video. It's Charleston White 24-hour marathon. What the? Let's see what that is all about.
So how do we deprogram that way of thinking?
Well, you tell them when the last time you seen a snitch get a stitch.
There you go.
They talk that shit. But if we being honest as black people, most of us are raised to tell. If we all spend a night at grandmama's house, all the cousins, and we do something, and grandmama come in there and say, who broke this motherfucking lamp? And don't nobody say nothing. Everybody get an ass whooping.
Everybody.
By the time they get to the one who didn't break it, they telling, cause they don't want that ass whooping. They done seen how she done accidentally hit you in the back. This nigga here done ran and she got to chase him. So you sitting back watching these niggas go through it for that ass whooping. Now you know you didn't break that.
Yeah.
She done whooped the nigga that already done broke it. You don't need to get me, granted, he did it, you know? So, nigga, when you get in trouble, we done already saw 1,000 episodes of First 48.
Yeah.
Who do they first person they call when they want you to tell? Your mama. Mm-hmm. Your mama come in that interrogation room and she sit down with you and she say, son, tell these people the truth now. Mm-hmm. We was made to believe that the truth will set you free. Most of us, when we start getting in trouble with the law, we're so young in age, we don't have a concrete belief system to stand on not to tell it.
Right.
90% of cases are plea bargains.
Right.
Very true.
So that means if 90% of cases are plea bargain, then that means more people are snitching and cooperating, just telling on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
So we have to shatter this myth that, nah, homie, everybody tell it. Everybody snitch. That's bullshit, homie. Why you think when the feds come get everybody in Dallas, they get everybody? Why you think when they come to Fort Worth, they get everybody? Why you think when they get everybody, they get everybody? Cause nigga, everybody telling. But they want the kids to believe that these niggas is standing on this no snitching rule and they getting life without parole and they ain't saying nothing.
Hell no, they ain't doing that.
We gotta be honest, homie. Nobody's standing on street codes no more. So it's easy to convince them of what we all know is nature's first rule of law is self-preservation.
Do you believe in involuntary snitching? You mentioned Spud Boom to where he did an interview.
He did some bullshit.
Like he said that the police were smarter. They were smart the way they was asking the questions.
Man, he told on the nigga over here didn't even have nothing to do with it. Everybody know that. They say, man, listen, Spud Boom, we want to talk to you about credit card fraud. But we were going out there to buy the weed over there with that nigga, and he had plenty of weed now. But you know, said, but no, Spuddy, we don't want to talk about that. No, but we were going to do the call. That's what he did. Yeah, put your man in
the way they asked the questions, it was
yeah. So, well, that's they call that dry snitching. Your lawyer called that volunteering information. Why are you volunteering information? That's what your lawyer called.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, but that's a nigga who don't know about being in trouble. It ain't never good to talk no way. That's why it's a reason they say you got a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. The reason why your greatest defense is your silence.
Shut the fuck up.
That's your greatest defense.
I don't answer
is your
questions.
silence.
Man, that's real. That's real. Now I want to ask you, since your claim to fame, how has it been for you as far as just adjusting to people knowing your name, people knowing your face? How has it been for you just moving through, just throughout society right now?
Right.
Yeah, I'm just starting to realize I'm the big shit now. But well, you know a nigga pussy rate go up. Very popular. I can be sitting in my car, homie.
Very popular.
And I can't see nothing from here on over here. And I be fucking with my phone. And I hear a nigga say, Charleston White. I say, oh, I'm gonna die. Cause I can't see him over here. Yeah. So all I heard a nigga just say, oh, Charleston White. I say, oh man, nigga got caught me slipping. You know what I'm saying? So, but he'll be a fan.
He'll be a fan.
But in my mind, man, how this nigga recognize me? I'm sitting in my car. What about my head? What's standing out about me? So that's what's getting me now, how they recognize me so quickly. But I ain't met nobody that's mad at me yet, homie.
So you haven't been approached by any Crips or?
No. Man, I was in North Carolina, in Greenville, North Carolina, with a guy by the name of Quasimoto, a rapping nigga who tricked me to come down there to an awards, and it was a wonderful event.
Quasimoto, Quasi got you.
The hood. And I met this nigga who had just come home from prison. He was like an alien. He didn't have a social media platform. He didn't have YouTube, no nothing. And he was real grimy looking, New York kind of grimy. You know, hey son, you know. And I'm checking him out, and you know, I'm seeing what I need to see, right? The other little niggas with him, nigga in the wheelchair, they in front of a bando, a burn up house. And I put him on my YouTube channel. He started rapping. So it got like 5, 6, 7,000 views in like a matter of minutes. And so before he ended, I told him, say, man, how can they find you? They want to rap. So he put his number out there. So when he hung up, when I ended the YouTube, somebody called his line and said, hey, yo, homie said, fuck Bloods.
Damn.
And he said, fuck Nipsey Hussle. So this guy name is Flames. Blood nigga, right? So he said, hey, yo, let me holler at you for a minute. So we kind of walk off a little bit. And he said, hey, yo, you said fuck Bloods? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
So you said fuck Nipsey Hussle? I said, yeah. He said, hey, yo, I'm a Blood. Yeah, I'm a Blood, yo. Somebody just... So I tap him, hit him in the stomach, tap him like that. And I said, what's your real name, homie? He said, Larry. I said, keep rapping, Flames. You might get Larry out the streets, and walked off. He stood there dazed.
Hey.
I had another encounter. We still talk right to this day. I'm actually having him come down here because the nigga rap so raw. He been getting all kind of offers and calls.
Right.
So
he a manager now.
He go come down here so I can interview him and tell the experience that how he and I met. So I go to my one of my little favorite little strip clubs. And
I need to get me a favorite little
this nigga who he a killer. Everybody know him in the city. But I say his name a lot, fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? And so me and the nigga encountered each other one night. And he wanted to fight. He wanted to squabble. Or he act like he did. He could have, but he didn't. He want me to leave him alone.
You want me to leave him alone? That's it.
Leave me alone, nigga. I ain't fucking with you. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, nigga. Yeah, I'm being the dickhead. You know, but I know I'm wrong. But other than that, nah, homie. It looked like people will believe I need security. People think, man, homie, I travel everywhere by myself. Homie. I got a lot of hate online.
But not in real life.
I haven't done anything to anybody where they really that convicted, where when they see me, they'll hurt me. I ain't done, it's some niggas done really done something to some people that they need to be hurt.
That's
So,
facts.
yeah, it's just, I'm saying some shit that evokes the emotion. I ain't done nothing to cause no reactions.
There you go. So let's go and get into it, man. We want to address just some things that's, kind of been going on. For one,
Yeah.
I see Whack 100 want to cancel you.
All right, we'll get back to that in a second. Hold on, I got some better shit. Hold on, let's see what Anton Daniels and motherfucking Charleston White up to.
It's true, but it's funny and it's wild at the same time, bro, because you already know, because if a dude get in his emotions, he got that hoe in him.
Well, in my mind.
And it's not emotions, right? I don't have no problems with, because everybody got emotions.
Yeah. If you're in your emotion about something that don't affect you, you
Correct.
got that hoe in you.
Right.
Because that's typically women. Women are in their emotion about things that don't affect them.
Right.
Yeah, her friends, dog died and someone ran off with the goldfish. They're in tune with their feelings.
Yeah.
Because they feel. We're analytic.
We supposed to be.
We're data, homie.
We supposed to be.
We're supposed to, but not well.
That ain't the dudes that I see is not that. Because I expect for you to have an emotion, but I don't expect for you to crash out because of something that ain't got nothing to do with you.
I think there's been a mutation.
Let me see.
In what way?
There you go. That's better.
In the DNA makeup of the male. Yeah, I think he's a mutant. I think this motherfucker today is a mutant.
Just fuck that up.
With dominant female traits and tendencies. That's why the violence, the gun violence in America, the domestic violence
Exactly.
in America, is
Exploding.
Yeah. People quietly ignore domestic violence after the pandemic. Man, it's quadruple because of the mutated feminized male.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two girls fighting. They real violent and vicious compared to two boys. Two girls fighting is real.
Here we go.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
It's so now it's like two girls fighting. That's why it's so brutal now. Domestic violence have always been brutal. But what we're seeing now today, homie, we this some new
Seem like the girls is getting more masculine and the guys is getting more feminine.
mutation.
That's scary.
Crazy.
That's actually
Damn.
pretty scary, bro.
Violent.
Because then how are our households and our communities gonna be led?
China go tell us what to do.
Right?
Yeah, China go govern us.
But then we got the whole, I don't know, man. Because we got the whole banking system collapse happening right now
I saw that.
with the Silicon Valley Bank
said I
and
saw
all
that.
of this other type of
Yeah,
stuff.
all
and
those
everything.
guys, millennials. Boy, they sure had a lot of faith in those guys, didn't they, for a while?
all the tech companies and stuff
Oh
like that.
man, they had a lot of faith. And the boy, they been up to all them young motherfuckers been up there partying, getting high. That's Sodom and Gomorrah,
What is?
Silicon Valley.
Is it?
If you let me tell it. Those
Right.
are the richest. Man, you gotta be rich to live there.
Yeah.
That's Beverly Hills on steroids, supposedly. That's the Hamptons times 10.
Yeah.
That's Calabasas
times
time
10.
1,000.
Silicon Valley.
How that banking system fell? No, man.
Well, I know that I mean, in like 2016, the Federal Reserve told all banks that they don't have to keep a minimum amount of money in there anymore. So any bank can fail, because if they do a bank run, which means everybody goes and tries to take out their money because they're scared for whatever reason, most banks won't have enough money to give up a lot of people, especially rich people in Silicon Valley, coming in asking for 10 million, 5 million, 8 million at a time. But yeah, most banks, I mean, all banks now, I don't have the paperwork right now, but I'll pull it up later. In 2016, the Federal Reserve gave every bank the obligation or the leeway to not have any reserve funds. They can have fictitious reserves, is what they call them. But back to, let's go with Charleston White.
Silicon Valley banks? Oh,
You know where they say they all moving to, right?
where?
Austin.
Texas.
Yeah, I'm speechless.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
say that all of those guys that's in Silicon Valley, they're moving to Austin now.
I can see it. For what though?
Cause that's where they building all of the semiconductor chip companies, and
Yep.
Tesla is opening up their new headquarters down there, and
Google's there, so yeah.
Yep. So everybody moving to Texas down in
Google,
Austin,
shout out Google.
or all of the
Give me some
Silicon
money,
Valley
Google.
people. They say it's New Yorkers that Wall Street dudes, and the tech guys is all moving to Austin.
Yeah, I've been here in New York and
The
California.
tech guys,
so
I'm
that's all
moving
I've
to
been here.
I'm moving to Texas too.
Told you
Fuck
they gonna try to change Texas into California. See,
I'm going up to Detroit.
Fuck it. He said he gonna stay with
Yeah,
Anthony
I'm going
Daniels.
back to Motown.
they coming for y'all. See,
Yeah, now man, they won't like it in my area. So I'm sure they'll go that way.
yeah.
Yeah, that Fort Worth, a mother. It's one of the largest conservative voting blocks in the nation. So
What happens when they start to encroach? And California was always bad, but it wasn't like it is today.
It's crazy now.
Our politicians' biggest fear right now is Texas going blue.
Yeah.
It's purple right now. Yeah, their biggest fear is going blue, and when they do, we're in trouble.
It's a cool ass picture. I wish they had. Oh, there goes the full version.
Yeah, when we do, we're in trouble. It's a lot of opportunities here. Silicon Valley and them coming here, but it's a lot of opportunities here, man.
It's a lot of money in Texas,
A
man.
lot of money.
It's a whole lot of money in Texas.
A lot of resources.
Gorillo. Shout out Frank Gorillo.
I didn't even realize
For no specific reason. But yeah, shout out Frank Gorillo.
that's how big this state was, bro. It's his own country.
Yeah. It's an oil state too. I think we got what? Like one of the 9th largest economies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we competing economy wise in the world.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's his own country.
Yeah. And it's not even. It's still underdeveloped.
I know.
It's still man. This place is still underdeveloped. I got a lot of land here. A lot of
Even
open
if you
land.
drive around the areas and the suburbs and the Dallas and the Fort Worth area, it's like, it's funny because me and Rita was driving, obviously from the airport, and we was like, man, it's just so much opportunity still here. And that as developed as it is, it's still not even fully, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even hit its stride here. It's pretty
Man,
crazy. I like Dallas.
I love it here too.
Y'all got some of the best views from these rooftops, baby.
Yeah, I love it here too. At times I want to leave.
Do you?
Right?
Yeah.
Why?
I want to see something new. Now, I love the weather. I love the weather conditions here. We really don't have cold summers. I mean winters. We have hot summers, and I love heat. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a summer baby. And then it's an entertainment city, so it's always something to do here. There's always something to do.
Yeah, I love it here. I think it's pretty awesome. Outside of Miami, I go and visit Miami a lot, and then I love Detroit, so I'm always gonna be in Detroit. But let me ask you another question. Let me pivot for a minute. From an entertainment perspective and from a comedy perspective, you continuing to grow and you getting bigger,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
and you evolving and you continue on a tour and you learn in a game or whatever like that, do you think that other comedians fear people like you that, you know, come from the internet, right?
I think so.
Because they made their bones and they got their chops. They had to do it the other way. The
going through the doing the comedy shows.
yeah, and the circuit and all of that other type of stuff.
Chilling
But then
circuit.
you kind of built up your own following. You kind of remind me, obviously, differently than like a Drewski and all of that,
Yeah.
in that your following is organic. Do
Yeah.
you think that the traditional comedians fear people like you?
They like the old talking about the skinny, the young skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that they fear us. They doubt us.
Hey, that one's okay. Wasn't the best, but hold on, let's see what else I got. Do I want to watch? Oh, look at how this propaganda video starts. Hold on, let's show you. This is a video about propaganda. Look at the title, right? It says how to recognize propaganda, right? I guess that's what it says, right? How to recognize propaganda, yeah. All right. And look what it starts with. Look how it starts.
This is the big picture.
Does that remind you of anything? Yeah, let's refresh your memory. How to recognize propaganda starts pretty. Never mind.
This is the big picture. An official television report to the nation from the United States Army. Now, to show you part of the big picture, here is Sergeant Stuart Queen.
The film you are about to see was produced as a troop information film, specially prepared to alert the American soldier against a hidden enemy, an enemy that can destroy morale, rob the soldier of the will to fight, and even trick him into surrendering. Enemy propaganda. Although this study of communist deception was made for a military audience, we think that you, the American public, will also find it pertinent and enlightening.
In the words of an American hero, Patrick Henry, the gentlemen cry peace, peace, but there is no peace.
Right?
And today America cries peace, peace. To further the blessings of peace, to ensure peace, America today sends to every nation in her imperialist orbit the implements of peace, ammunition, rifles, bayonets, hand grenades, machine guns, bombing planes, fighter planes, and now even atomic cannon. The gentlemen from America may call that peace, but I have another word for it. I call it war. I call it America's master plan to enslave the world.
Damn. They got fake audio.
Let no one be deceived by the American-style peace.
Let no one be deceived. That's what the man said. I don't think you need three guesses to know what this is all about. But let's listen a moment longer and see what's behind it.
Peace is a word that sends cold shivers down the spines of American capitalists. Peace is what the whole world yearns for, prays for, longs for.
Right?
But on Wall Street, it is a word that spells ruin. I say let the American warmongers beware. The people want peace, and we are the voice of the people.
That was the voice of the Kremlin, or rather, one of its voices. There are lots of them around the world, speaking in every language.
We do the same thing.
This material is just another sample of what you might call the communist war without guns.
Oh, the Cold War.
And this is some of their ammunition.
Like, yeah. Fake photos. Early Photoshop and compositing. Hey, a skull. You always see it. Hey. Alright, we'll get back to this one. I like this one, but we'll get back to it in a second. Let me see. I wanted to see this one.
Cause when he left, she was 9 months old.
But yeah, shout out Anton Daniels one more time, you know what I'm saying?
She was 18. She was 18 months old when I left.
She was 9 months when I left.
She was 9 months.
She was 9 months when I left.
So I said, man, Kalani got to the mama say, I know, I'm the one got to buy the bra. I knew right then that I had to get me together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I got out of SIG in 2001. I didn't go back to SIG. I did a bunch of seesawing where I was struggling on closed custody, couldn't make it out closed custody. You know what I'm saying?
That's like can't get out of in-school suspension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he been in school suspension. He can't get out.
Cause I say I'm gonna die in the penitentiary, but now I think about it, I didn't want to die in the penitentiary because I was fighting to get me together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I made my mind up. I said, man, mama was coming down here, she driving all over Texas, come visit me. I said, man, I can't have these folks come see me and say. I said, man, I got to get in contact visit. So one day, I'm on closed custody. But I'm not in the cage no more getting seen. I'm out, but it's non-contact, it's the window pane. So
I can't stream on TikTok. I'm still banned. I'm still banned until May 3rd. Fuck TikTok.
Somebody that come roll with her. I used to be notorious for getting somebody to ride with mama because I didn't like her riding on the freeway by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So they get contact visits. So mama say, why I can't get no visit like that? They able to hug. That mama, she getting hugged. Then he come around and get my, hey, Miss White, how you doing? Hug my mama. So mama say, son, why I can't get no hug? They let y'all get hugs?
Mm-hmm.
I said, Mom, you know they let us get hugged. Well, why I can't get no hug? He got my little sister talking about, why I can't touch you? You know what I'm saying? But she was a little girl. So I like, oh, man. So it went from mama, stop making advice to me, making suggestions to my sister. She started, why? I'm thinking, I said, man, mama put Kalani up to. I said, man, I'm still trying to block it out, but at the same time, it's my little sister. Now it went from mama to little sister. So now I really am seesawing. I'm sure now I'm wrestling with myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to do what's right by both of my girls. But then I'm in prison. It ain't no such thing doing what's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be an animal, man. You got to be. You got to do the things that you wouldn't normally do that. Like, if a dude comes slight you over here right now, you go, man, he don't even know what he dealing with. I'm finna go on and go over here, man. Me and wife, I'm finna go, man. That tripping. But in prison, you say tripping, you walk away. That's when the wolves at you.
Exactly.
They ain't gonna be just nipping at you either. Hey, man, I ain't never, in 31 years, I never had nothing took from me. I never had nothing stole from me. Matter of fact, I had to sell it. That when I used to come to this house, come to the cell, I had $30. He used to put $30 on the ball. I thought it was some of my homeboys doing it. Because, I had them selling stuff for me. So I was like, okay, man, my homeboy did. So I used to take it, just put it up on the bar, put it up on the bar. So one day I said, man, I'm gonna ask my partner, no, man, we putting that up in ourselves. You already said, woo. So I said, man, I said, man, I ain't going to work today. I'm finna stay at the house. So I said, Matter of fact, I did go to work. I come back home to the cell early. Lo and behold, it's a commissary bag sitting on my bunk. So now my partner, they know I'm on the wing, so they coming. So I said, say, man, my cell, he come in from church. He was a Christian dude out of San Antonio. I said, say, man, you said that you been putting that commissary room on my bunk? He started smiling. He said, I wonder when you go figure it out. I said, man, I don't need that. He said, I do, but I appreciate you. I said, what you mean? He said, man, I ain't had nobody take nothing from me. I ain't had nobody come steal nothing from me. He said, I go to commissary, I could get what I want. He said, man, dudes come speak to me and make sure that I'm not being bothered because of you. I said, man, you tripping. So this is where the change started coming. 2010. This is where the change started coming, bro. Within me. I come back, I'm in the cell, I'm smoking weed. I get a lay-in. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, I get a lay-in, say Kairos. I said, Kairos? I said, man, that's for church folks. I said, nah, man. I said, man, they gave you wrong. But my name on it, this is how messed up I am in the head at this time. It got my name, my TDC number on the lay-in. I'm talking about this is the wrong person. I said, no, man. At the same time, my cellie sit down on the bunk just laughing. So I said, man, Kairos? I said, Silas, you got a Kairos? He said, you got one too, didn't you? I said, yeah, man, but he said, yeah, I put you in for it.
So your cellie put you in for it?
He put me in for it. He played the organ in the church. Yeah, he the church man. So I said, man, what you put me in there for? I don't need to go up and I ain't gonna play with God like that. He said, man, you can't just go on and go. They feed good. I said, oh, they feed good? He said, yeah, man, you gonna eat all type of pre-world food, man. You gonna be so much that, man, you can eat as much as you want. So I said, okay. So it started Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. So the thing about it is, you got to convince these folks to accept you.
And
Kairos, they interview you. So I go down there. So man, I see the dude up in there. So I ain't got time to mess with no preacher dude. That's one thing. When I made my mind up prayer, I said, man, that religion's in prison, I ain't finna get involved in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the dude for the case, he said, hey, how you doing, Brother White? I said, man, I ain't your brother.
Just from the get-go?
From the get-go.
Right.
So he said, he shook his head, started laughing. I said, well, what you want to be called? I said, man, okay, well, he said, well, what if I just call you Kim? I said, man, I just told you, you asked what I want to be called, man. So he said, okay, then, K. White. So I said, man, what's up? I said, man, I don't even know why I'm here. He said, you can leave if you want to. I left.
Right.
I got up and left. Now I swooped down Mr. Williams. He walked down the hall. He said, K. White, man, you come on, bring your behind back up in this church house. I said, man, I ain't got time to play. He said, come on, man, they finna get ready to feed. So he said, man, you don't want that chow hall food, man. Come get you something to eat right now. So I turned around. Now, he's talking about they got these fajitas, steak fajitas.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people go to Kairos just eat. They ain't going for God.
You got steak
they don't care
fajitas.
about God.
So I said, okay, I go back.
Exactly.
I get the fajitas. I eat. So for the case, he come in. K. White, how the fajitas taste? They good? I'm like, yeah, man, they pretty good. He said, okay, then. He said, I heard you pretty popular around here. Everybody know you. I said, yeah, what, man? Everybody know you, Father Casey. He said, man, you know, we're finna have a faith-based program coming up, and, you know, I'd like to get you up. And I said, man, I said, no, man. He said, okay. So we left. I don't go back for the next 3 days. Well, guess who got accepted in Kairos? I got accepted. I went there one day and then go back for the next 3 days. And then accepted. And guess what I wrote and told her? I was excited that I got accepted in Kairos. My mama.
I knew he was gonna get shot too. That's why I stayed out the truck. All right, hold on. Let me. Fucking hiding behind the truck. Oh, it's a tank. Fuck that. Fuck. Fucking snipers, bro.
Grenade, get down! I need a ranger deployed in my marker.
Understood, task force. The battle goes well. We've conquered more sectors than our enemy.
Tango down! Need a second to reload! Help's coming!
The frick up out of there. Damn.
More sectors than the enemy. Sector is in our hands.
Going up!
Damn, I got ran over. Fuck. Almost fucking did it. Should've just fucking threw the C4 instead of trying to latch on to him. That's crazy.
The hostiles have spent half their resources.
Holy shit. Let me get out this motherfucker, bro. Holy shit.
Deliver the support package on your request.
Took one out!
Damn, I couldn't get him. I knew he was coming. I should have switched guns. Fuck. I'm getting up. As soon as I got up,
We have secured Charlie sector.
got me a motherfucker. As soon as I got up,
We have total control of all sectors.
we have total control of all sectors. Almost all sectors. We gotta get A1 still.
Objective mark, move in!
We are monitoring your progress.
Need some armor delivered on this mark.
Fuck, I pressed that way too soon. Oh. They didn't even give me that kill for trying to run that guy over either. It's crazy. They starting over here now? Fuck it, I don't care. Just keep going back towards there.
Cancel that. Engage targets in that objective.
Commander's watching.
Enemy device marked. 150 meters.
Damn, that shit jerked my. That's crazy. That shit jerked my camera. What I with the lock. Shit jerked it way to the right. A1 is crazy now. There we go. Drop me in. Fuck, drop me in. I ain't even dropping just yet. Somebody was shooting me in the back. Somebody get that bitch ass motherfucker. He killed me.
Hostiles control Echo Sector.
Damn, they keep getting A. We just gonna fight over A. Fuck it. I was doing good too. Still doing okay, but. Let's do this one. Damn, somebody dropped some shit from the air. Already fucking hacked? Can you believe that shit? Damn!
I need help over here.
I should have let him jump the wall, and then I could have got him while he was in animation instead of putting myself back in the animation trying to jump back over the wall. You know, I thought I was good enough to get it. We're just gonna keep going to A, shit. Yeah, till we get that bitch. Cause this is our spawn area, they can't get A1.
Grenade out, take cover.
Package ready. Call in if you need support.
I didn't even see him right there. That's crazy.
Frag grenade, get away!
They control more sectors than we do. We must counterattack.
God damn, how did I fucking miss the kill shot? That's crazy. My dog got some niggas. They got a beacon over here somewhere, I'm sure.
Up we go.
Where's that fucking beacon? Damn, it's in there. The beacon's in there behind the door. Gracias, señor. Now they won't just be popping up back there no more.
Marking objective. Defend that.
We are monitoring your progress.
They done blew up everything over here, shit. Might as well go to C1, huh?
Support package available.
Ah, it don't matter. We won.
All U.S. forces retreating. Victory is
That's a
ours.
good one.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report. Speaking on Charleston White, he recently fired his publicist for posting his side piece.
Right.
That's
funny.
funny.
It hit the internet.
Right.
She gets fired. I don't know if she was looking for the wife to divorce Charleston or whatever, but the wife then comes on the internet with Charleston and defends him.
I mean,
what you think about it? Make it make sense for me.
Make it make sense. The pimping ain't easy. What a
Pimping
supposed
ain't
to
easy.
do? Stay in your place. You understand me? But you ain't hurry up and get the mic. I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm a pimp. I'm gonna play the back road.
Yeah.
The talking. Open your mouth and say something. You told the post side people, what is you doing sitting down? Get your out there in the street and go to work. Out on the sidewalk in the street, stop a car. You hear me? Yeah, like that. Yeah, you sitting there, you let this post the side piece. Baby, you over there. But one thing, if I'm pimping you, got low self-esteem, I'm gonna put you in any car I want you in. I'm doing the driving. I don't gotta do no talking. I do the talking for me. You hear me? That's what she's supposed to do. Get your weak looking ass in front of the camera and say something. Hello! I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna sit back in the car and I'm gonna talk bad about your until you get some self-esteem about yourself. Until you find how little you look on the internet. Stupid, look at this stupid. That's how the real pimp Charles got him one. That's how I'm supposed to do. You in the stable, that's what your job is, to work. You understand me? That's why we keep no mules in the stable. All stallions, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no mules in the stable. All stallions. You dig what I'm saying? I salute his pimping. Hello.
Hey.
With a couple. I salute his
That
pimping.
says a lot coming from you.
But I'm just saying though, you gotta call a cat, a dog, a dog. You want me? Say you want me to be like them?
Nah.
And talk down on trying to be a cat? Knowing he a dog? Or a dog trying to be a, that type of shit. I'm gonna call things like I see it. I mean, I ain't giving it a solution, but I'm just telling you, you slipping and you're pimping. Keep your, you got trash around you, that means you got a mule in the stable. You're supposed to have all stallions, nothing but dimes. I got a pocket full of dimes. And all of them fine. You hear me? But when your money gone, you be the on with it. You hear me? Hello! Yeah, catch that.
Charleston, he hires and fires a lot of people, man.
Well, they know that when they get there,
do?
you get on the job, keep your mouth shut. Do what I tell you to do. Charleston got an ego. If you gonna work for him, not against him. You understand me? That's with any mother. That's why I shout out to me, you, and Tune, man. Bob, Percy, and Tune, man. We the circle. We don't talk around. We don't want no squirrels in. You can't fit a guy squirrel in the circle, y'all. Some of these them little kids at the daycare still trying to knock your little goddamn, because that don't go in there. 20 years old still. trying to put a circle in a square. You dig what I'm saying? But now, Charleston chooses his employees very good. He know how to get. I said Charleston. They came up to Eyeball. Eyeball was the only motherfucker.
Eyeball doing the fine.
No, Eyeball, you know, do now. Eyeball, that's the only part Eyeball do. Charleston see good in people, so he give him a chance. Eyeball him over. Every time you get a chance, wait till this do something. Eyeball always watching for the bull. Charleston, he gonna hire you. He gonna give you a chance for a black person to make something in the community, give you a chance, you know, if he hires you somewhere down the line, you showed him that day you were worth something. Tomorrow, you ain't worth
Right.
Know that. That's a medicine they had to come out with Charleston name on it. He got the Charleston. Now some people got, you know, ADHD, now they're gonna have a CH something, you heard me? You know what I'm saying, gonna come out, and they're gonna have a guy pill harder than Ritalin, Sterozine, and Seroquel mixed together. To calm the motherfucker down, cause one day if you one way one day and you wake up the next day, they got medicine for that. You hear me? And they gonna tell you that. But nah, I don't, you know, people know who they working for. People know who they working for. They didn't sit here and watch all the interviews this man do. Before you sit there and go get a job for the man, you ought to know how he expect from you. You understand me? So
do you think everybody is stealing from him or scamming him like he says?
Well, you know, everybody ain't smart in everything that they doing. You just might be smart in shit on her, but you ain't smart with the business. If you don't catch up with the business, everybody gonna run a tornado around your motherfucker. Who wouldn't? Next up to grab. See, when I think motherfuckers used to sit around me and think, well, then we doing this, man. Person know everything every motherfucker doing.
Oh yeah,
I don't
shout
say
out
nothing.
Real
I said
Tune.
my price. You don't.
Shout out Real Tune and OG Percy too.
Don't you stick to my price? I wouldn't give a fuck what you make on the side. You deserve something. You helping me out. I ain't pay for this. I ain't pay for this light cameras and action. Goddamn, somebody did though. I ain't edited a motherfucker thing. I ain't took no time out to do this, do that, and punch nothing there. But somebody doing it. So when I ask for my price and you give me what you make on the side, you deserve it. I gotta pay my employees too. Hello. Look at that part. Cause when you know something is going, you see something good going, don't f over it. You dig what I'm saying? When you see something rolling, let it roll. You understand me? If it's something f up, fire that shit. Yeah. Me, Bob, and Tune, we done all been in a circle before, and we done been outside the circle before. But we came back into a circle because that's how we started. When something start good, it'll end good. Something start up, believe me, it's gonna end up up. A lot of you niggas get married to these up. You started up, creeping and sneaking. Next thing you know, you get married to the. Then next thing you know, you're married in love. A couple years go by, now it's up with y'all too. Now it's all up. Know why? Because it started up. You met the motherfucker at the club, you met her cheating. Then you married the bitch. Then you get cheated on, then you think something's supposed to change. Well, believe me, that's how marriages go. You start them, they gonna end up. If you start them off right, they'll end right. You dig what I'm saying? That's the same thing with life. You dig what I'm saying? Anything you get your motherfucking self into. That's why you know how it start. it's gonna end the same motherfucking way. You hear me?
Yeah, shout out OG Percy and Real Tune. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break, but I'll be right back. So, get something to eat, smoke, do whatever you're gonna do for like 5 minutes, maybe less. You know what I'm saying?
popping the regular. You so icy.
Baby, you ain't talking about no money, what you talking about? We just throw the money up in the air, cause we don't care about it. Run the Billy in the club, cause when I'm there, people worry about it. I told the bitch, put the strap in your purse if you care about it. BJ Dollar said he ready for the function, finna pick him up. Got some new sleeves, I got some backwoods, it's time to fill them up. All kind of flavors, smoking rainbow and pink runs. I just post purple in my cup, now I'm geeked up. But really all I need is Mary Jane, we be booed up. Told her, if you got Megan needs, let me see something. Hold on, let me turn the beat down so I can hear something. Damn, I don't hear nothing. We got Babs on the beat, got the shit jumping. Like the police at the door so we can keep clubbing. And I got to work in the club, got fiends coming. Tried to throw some ones in the air, I threw all 100. Turned on all the lights in this bitch, all the hoes ugly. You was dancing with a dirty feet bitch and her friend much. And them niggas got ghosts real quick, that was me much. Turned the lights back off in this bitch, we continue clubbing.
I told her mama throw that little shit, she gon' turn around. I ain't asked her to do a little dancey dance, I just looked and smiled. Get something emotional, little nigga, we ain't standing around. I don't wanna pick up a little eighth, I want the whole pound. Gang just got a bottle of Henny, smoking exotic. Stop the canes on the way, cause I ain't ate shit for lunch. Hey, gang in here, talk a lot of shit, leave it untouched. Got exclusive access in the party, got blick tuck. Shawty throwing ass in the party, I'm pulling braids out. I smoke clock to the face, don't put it out. Baby, let me see you drop, baby, gon' spin around. Start crop top, at the bottom, her titties out.
I'm back. Had to take a little break, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what else we can start. Fuck it, let's finish with this.
I'm Colonel Foster. I'm going to be your guide for a short tour through the maze of communist propaganda. It's a strange, shadowy world of the doctored photograph, the misquotation, the insinuation, and the lie. Now, some of this material to us is comical. Some of it is tragic. Some of it's weird. Some of it's dull. But all of it has the single purpose of digging the grave of liberty. The grave diggers of communism have been trying to set America up for the kill for years. And it makes them very angry that we don't just collapse as per schedule. Listen to this.
That was a cut.
The living conditions of the American masses, that's you, are swiftly deteriorating. Our generation is going through the final convulsions of the dying world of capitalism. That's what it says here. And if you don't believe that pamphlet, try this one. Bankrupt America may have one more war in its decaying carcass, but her young men who face nothing but brute labor, poverty, and death may refuse to fight. That's what it says here. If you're assigned to duty overseas, you may see posters like this once in a while. That's you, in case you don't recognize yourself. Of course, we get a big chuckle out of stuff like this, but the bigger the lie, the bigger the laugh.
Okay.
But the grave diggers aren't laughing.
That's noted.
They're deadly serious. And in some places around the still free world, Some people believe them. Like to know what they're saying about you and all American soldiers? Well, in England, the communists call you arrogant gum chewers. They tell the Japanese you're pleasure-loving, pampered juvenile delinquents. For Italian ears, the communists call you black marketeers bent on looting Europe.
Hey.
For the Austrians, they call you uncultured young thugs.
Young
For
thug.
the Soviet-occupied
Shout out
countries
Young
of Eastern
Thug.
Europe,
Free Young
they
Thug.
say you are members of the gangster army of imperialist America. And to the people of Korea, the communists say you are cold-blooded murderers who tortured and shot and buried alive thousands of innocent civilians.
Right.
Did you notice how the slander progressed? From the gum chewers to juvenile delinquent to black marketeer to thug, gangster, murderer.
Right.
From you should be laughed at to you should be shot in just a few easy steps.
Sound like the police.
How's your sense of humor now? I imagine that all of
I
us
find things funny
gum-chewing,
like
pampered
this, so.
gangster murderers know why we're being slandered. It's because America is the major obstacle that stands between the gravedigger and his intended victim.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here is target number 1 for the Reds. And who's in the bullseye? You are. Being in the bullseye, it's important to know something about the enemy's weapons and how to spoil their aim. That aim is nothing less than world conquest. And subversion by every possible means is the chief method used. The key word is conflict. Outside of the red countries themselves, conflict must be promoted everywhere.
Right.
Every dissatisfaction must grow into a resentment. Every resentment must become an argument. Every argument must grow into a fight. Every fight must blossom into a riot.
All right.
Every riot must expand into a war. And every war must end in devastation. For there in the ruins, communism finds its chance.
Oh, okay, I get
For
it.
the communists, there must never be a compromise. Never a settlement of disputes. Only conflict. To Americans, none of it makes much sense. But wherever there is poverty,
makes perfect sense to me.
unemployment, disillusionment, there is also despair. And where
You
there
say
is despair,
disillusionment? Because that's a part of alchemy.
people may listen to anyone, to any plan that promises a change. In America, practically nobody listens. In all countries with stable government, civil liberties, and reasonable prosperity, communism makes little or no headway. The red countries cannot stand comparison in the light of day. That's one reason for the Iron Curtain that stretches across Eastern Europe from the Baltic Sea to the Mediterranean. The barrier works two ways. It keeps free men from
Oh yeah, this is what I do with my spare time.
seeing too much inside, and it keeps the slave world from glimpsing freedom. Back of that Iron Curtain is the biggest captive audience in the world. They don't have to sell them, just tell them.
Damn. We'll stop it right there on that quote. I like that. They don't have to tell them. No, they don't have to sell them, just tell them. I like it. What's this one? Oh yeah, let's see. Is he gonna talk about it, or is? Oh yeah, we already seen that one. All right. Already seen that one. That one's supposedly 24 hours. Let's check out what they talking about Disney real quick.
Back here with D.
Hi, everybody.
Shout out the Truth Is channel. Let's skip a little bit ahead.
Watching Disney's content, and it plays a big part in many kids' childhood. I remember being a kid watching Disney Channel every day. Millions of parents trust Disney to only provide kid-friendly content.
I didn't watch Disney Channel as a kid every day. I had only like channel 2 through 13 or something, so until we got like cable. But even then, I didn't want to watch the Disney Channel. But some people, I guess, were pre-programmed by Disney. Mr. Walt, good old Walt.
To their child audience. But what happens when Disney takes advantage of that trust parents have given and start pushing an agenda that only ruins children's minds? I have done videos on Disney in the past, and we spoke about its occult-driven content. Most of Disney's content is based on magical themes, introducing the idea that magic has two sides. I often see people comment this on the channel, claiming that there's two sides of magic, good and bad, when this honestly isn't true. God stated that all magic is forbidden. So many people think there's two sides to magic because of Hollywood, as they want you to believe that that's the truth. Disney plays an important role in all of this, as they introduce the idea of magic into children's minds at a very young age. Disney pushes occult values to its viewers because it was created by an occultist. Like I've said before, Walt Disney himself was a member of...
Hey, good old Walt. He looks like my grandfather in some kind of way, you know.
Of a Freemasonic organization called the Demolay Club for Boys, a Masonic club that prepares young boys to become Freemasons in adulthood. Masonry is all over Disney and is why all of its shows are about magic defeating evil, as the Masons love to paint themselves as the good ones using magic. Disney had an entire show about Masonry called Gravity Falls that aired for 2 seasons back in 2012. The show was about magic and rituals, and it even displays a Freemason member in the show. Disney made this content to indoctrinate children into the occult life as young as possible, something that Disney is still doing to this day. I don't know if Disney only uses occultists as actors or they turn the actors into occultists, but I found this article that I thought was very interesting, and it shows just what Disney is trying to do. Many of you should remember the mega Disney franchise High School Musical. High School Musical was one of Disney's most successful franchise ever. It made Disney over
I never watched this show, but it was popular, I guess. I think I seen the first movie, but never watched anything else other than that. And they were singing. I hate musicals. I hate when they fucking start singing, but whatever.
$1 billion over its lifespan. So many kids watched High School Musical and loved the main characters Troy and Gabriella. Gabriella was played by the actress Vanessa Hudgens, who had developed a massive child
I know who she is, but not from that shit. I didn't know she came from that show.
Audience during her role as Gabriella. Now, years later, she had recently came out and stated something very concerning to me. Vanessa Hudgens claims that she is a witch and an occultist. She actually made a whole documentary about her occult practices called Dead.
I definitely didn't know anything about that.
In this documentary movie, she could be seen doing rituals and casting spells, all while trying to paint magic in a good light. In this interview, we can see Vanessa explaining her witch movie, doing her best to make it sound appealing and appear like a positive thing.
Oh yeah, it's just a witch movie. You know, it's not scary, or it's not demonic. It's not whatever.
Coming out as a witch?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
It's been such...
Coming out as a witch? I mean, yes. Like, you know, time, I guess, you know, whatever. But like, what kind of... This is crazy. 2023.
Such a journey, and I kind of had an awakening and had so many questions, was so curious. It was very much on this idea of like a spiritual brigade, and I kind of wanted to figure out who they were specifically so I can be more intimate with them.
What the fuck is she talking about?
As you heard for yourself, she was excited to
She talking about demons?
To admit she was a witch who practices ritual magic. It is not a coincidence that Disney is all about magic, wizards, and spells, while the actors admit to really being witches in real life who practice ritual magic. In my opinion, the reason Vanessa was even in Disney was because she was a part of the occult system. Remember, Walt Disney was born into Freemasonry. His father was a Mason. The Masons have both Masonry for young boys and for young girls. For the boys is the Demolay organization, and for the girls is the Rainbow Girls organization. Both are Masonic organization for children. I believe from these Masonic organization is where Disney picks their young actors and actresses. Disney has used Vanessa Hudgens to shape many minds, and she's still being used for this many years later. Disney has always tried to hide inappropriate adult themes in their top kids shows as well, guiding kids to focus on things that only adults should be participating in. Recently, Disney released a movie that proves just that. They're trying to introduce kids and teens to things they shouldn't be thinking about. The movie is called Prom Pact. Prom Pact has made its rounds around the internet because of its several inappropriate scenes. The movie
What's
is
it?
about two high school friends who make a pact to go to prom together. Sounds like many other Disney movies, except for what happens in a few scenes that just goes to show what values
Devil
Disney is
worship or
pumping out to their tween audience. In one scene of the movie, the male main character has a conversation with another boy at his job, where the boy states something that almost doesn't seem real.
I've kissed a girl before.
Kissed? Ugh, are you 9? I'm talking about your P in a V. See that guy?
What?
His P has been in some V.
That's crazy. Disney's talking about P and V's now.
As you heard for yourself, with no hesitation, they put this in a Disney movie. A conversation about putting P and V was really had on a Disney movie. The
That's
movie is
crazy.
available on Disney Plus as well. Disney knew what they were doing, and it's the reason they made the movie PG-13, to hide their hands. They know they couldn't make it PG because of the content. There's also another scene that shows a bunch of teenagers drinking something only adults are allowed to drink. It clearly appears Disney no longer cares. They are putting their agenda right in the open. Disney has even aimed their agenda at the very young kids with their show Dino Ranch. Dino Ranch is an animated show for kids 8 and up. It's a kids show that kids consume on a daily basis. In one of the episodes called Adoptosaurus Rex, they introduced the children to a plot line about two dad dinosaurs wanting to raise a baby together. So the kids in the
What?
show help the dads get an egg.
That's weird.
T-Rexes have a nest too. Those aren't eggs, they're raw. So that's why they want to be around the dinosaur nests. These dino daddies want eggs of their own.
Dino daddies.
Clear as day, we see Disney pushing the Lil Nas X agenda directly to the kids, introducing topics to children they have no need learning about. A method of
Right.
confusion, and it's honestly sad that many parents are happy about it. Children do
crazy.
not need to be learning about genders or preferences at the age of 8. The show shouldn't be focused on something that only adults are concerned about. An 8-year-old isn't thinking about genders. They're thinking about playing and
Shouldn't
having
be,
fun.
at least.
Those over at Disney want to push this agenda and normalize it. They have always wanted the minds of the children. We know that these occultists have been after the little ones the entire time. Disney even openly showed us this themselves in their movie Hocus Pocus, a movie about witches using children for ritual magic. Disney has been
Yeah.
pushing this agenda for years, but it's only becoming more and more aggressive. Back in 2022, they introduced the first trans character in an episode of That's So Raven's
That's
reboot
crazy.
called The Fierce Awakening. Disney was praised
That's
for this by many
crazy.
as they cheer for Disney's woke values. The thing is, again,
Woke
these shows
values,
are
what
made
is
for
that?
kids 8 and up, and it's supposed to be
What is
shows about
even
kids being kids. Why introduce these characters that are unnecessary to the plot? It's obvious what Disney is doing with its programming, pushing the Lil Nas X agenda to the minds of growing kids, normalizing it as these will be the kids that lead the new world order. We the parents have to do our parts to stop this agenda. I have nothing against anyone's preference, as God tells us not to judge anyone, but I
But then he's gonna judge, watch.
do 100% have a problem when this agenda is aimed at our growing children who can be easily confused. These disturbing people are hiding behind wokeness when in reality, they're trying to push people to become further asleep. They want to destroy the rules of life God created and
Damn,
replace them
LeBron.
with Aleister Crowley's twisted ideology
Do what thou
of do
wilt.
what thou wilt. All these disturbing values come directly from Crowley's Book of the Law. Crowley was the man who created the term love is love. As he would say, love is the law, love under will. Your will, not God's. This is the same twisted agenda that they're pushing through Disney, directly to the
LeBron.
minds of our children. Sadly, Disney has become the face of this agenda when it comes to the kids. They are changing their programming, adding it in their shows, adding it in their movies, and they're hoping to shape the minds of our kids. These are disturbing times because those who speak against it are the ones that are being seen as the enemy, when in reality, it's the ones that are pushing the agenda that is the problem. There is no reason for this content to be shown to children, and when I see it so openly, it just shows me how far they are along their plans. Disney has always
On the
been pushing
screen,
an
man.
agenda to the children. Before, it was just pushing magic and occultism and inviting
Double
kids
XP.
into the occult. But nowadays, they've shifted their agenda and are now pushing the Lil Nas X agenda directly to the kids.
Yeah, this is really crazy. And especially
Yeah,
considering
this
the
is
fact
really
that I grew
crazy.
up with friends that actually were not allowed to watch anything but Disney Channel because their parents were really convinced that Disney Channel was good. Channels like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network were bad. And now that I think about it, you are 100% correct. This
Disney's bad.
magic thing, they have been spreading this for a very long time, and it goes back further than just the newer movies that they made for us when we were teenagers, like Twitches. It goes back to the princesses, the fairy tales alone.
A magic.
Every last single one of them have magic, and they make you feel like you need magic to have what you want. Not just that, Disney Channel's whole entire commercial break, when they say come back to Disney Channel, they're literally
Magic
having
wand
one of
and
their
shit.
Disney Channel celebrity stars use a wand. They're using a magical wand to make the Disney ID. Magic is Disney's message.
crazy.
The magical
Right?
kingdom, you know, even Mickey Mouse is
It
supposed
is.
to be magical, supposed to be happy, but that's just their way to indoctrinate children into thinking that magic is good. And now that they have gotten the trust of not just kids, but parents, they're slowly adding in this next agenda that they want to bring in, which I find beyond me, because as a parent, there are certain things that I want my child to learn when I feel comfortable teaching them. I don't think they should be
Okay.
learning these things.
Don't
from
have 'em watching
TV.
Disney,
They're not
obviously.
going to be sure because of the way it's being portrayed. There's just certain things
Sheesh.
that we as adults should have conversations with our kids about that they should not be learning at
Yeesh.
school or on the TV, nor less a cartoon channel.
Definitely, but sadly, it's the world
Oh,
that
no,
we're being
no.
pushed into. And like I said earlier, those who try to speak against it are the ones that are targeted and called crazy and are the ones that are looked at as the bad people. But in reality,
This picture is funny. I don't know if y'all see this picture, but that shit is funny. It's Shannon Sharp's body with LeBron. That shit, that shit caught me off guard. That's funny. I was expecting Shannon Sharp, but I look, it's LeBron.
we're just trying to protect our children's plans. They want to build a new world.
They want to build a new world, is what he says. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. Or maybe it's already here. Yeah. The fuck is that? Oh. Anyways. Yeah, let me see my phone. Make sure. We'll get back to the video in a second. Hold on.
World, and they see themselves as gods, and gods that don't have any gender, gods that can do whatever they want, gods that do what thou will. That's what they want to push, and they have succeeded. They have turned the world into accepting this, and now they're coming after young children because children were the ones that were protected. The adults are forced to accept it, but now they're coming after the children so that the children are forced to accept it. We see how they're coming after them in school.
Right.
We see how they're coming after them in entertainment, and it's because they know how important it is to shape the minds when they're still young, to shape these kids' minds when they're growing up and they're learning, because it's easier to confuse them. It's easier to sway them a certain way. It's much easier to plant an idea in their minds. And that's exactly what they're doing with these shows. I don't know how many of you are aware of what's going on with Disney in Florida, but the whole situation that's happening with Disney in Florida is because Disney is standing strong trying to push their agenda, while Florida passed some laws that would try to slow down this agenda. It's crazy to see just how many people are confused and manipulated into thinking that we're doing something positive by supporting this agenda. It's not. It's all over hip hop. It's all over the movies. It's all over kids shows now. Kids shows.
That's crazy.
Why do kids need to learn about two
Dunked on
dads
him.
or two moms or any of this? It's unnecessary and it's just gonna confuse them. I understand that there's kids that are dealing with this at home and this is how they actually live, but at the end of the day, that's still a very low minority. There isn't that many kids that are experiencing this, and those kids that are should have this already explained to them by their own parents.
Yeah,
I don't think it needs to be
exactly.
explained to them in a TV show about dinosaurs and kids.
I think you're 100% correct. And like Linda,
I
are
think you're
trying to make
100%
these
correct.
kids be worried about adult activities. That
That it's okay if you're this or you're okay if you're that. When kids don't think about that. What kids are thinking about is school and toys and all this stuff like we just mentioned. And that's
Buying.
sadly what's going on. There's going to be so much more shows pushing this agenda as more time goes
AD.
by because no one is showing any resistance. No one is saying no. No one is standing up to them. And the ones that are very few. So
Low
they aren't
battery.
really making any changes and they aren't
Low
stopping
battery.
anything because the majority of people are afraid to even speak up against it. And the ones that are pushing it are overpowering those that are not saying anything. You know, like I said at the beginning of this is all about will. They want you to do what thou wilt. They want you to live your will and be the ultimate form of your wills. You are whatever you
Do what thou will. Is that what they say? Alright.
want to be. It doesn't matter if it goes against anything, only if it makes you happy. If we think about it, that's an agenda that's been pushed through everything. They've been pushing this For the last 30 years, they've been trying to normalize everything that goes against God. And now they're making sure that the kids are going to grow up into this. The kids are going to look at this and think that if they're not participating in things like this, then there's something wrong with them because it's being promoted so much. It's being shown to so many minds. And at the end of the day, if we don't make a change, it's going to end so ugly. Well, I want to know what you guys think below. I want you guys to tell me how you feel about
No. I don't answer questions. All right, let me see this video real quick.
Huge doors, big columns everywhere, big doors, big blocks of stone, big, huge building. I'm just gonna scroll to the photos. It's 70 photos in this video.
Damn.
It's very simple to do this via manually. Everything is done manually with the hammer and sizzle and the horse. Domes everywhere. It's gonna keep on getting better and better on the outside and on the inside. You just, you know, if you don't like the white Federation before the world reset and the post-apocalypse of the previous centuries and the Renaissance after the world is destroyed, well, it's up to you to believe if this is the typical Roman Empire or Greek Empire or Tartaria or every country that's...
Shout out to Divergence for the content. You be making cool shit. Finding these pictures.
Something. I just added this from Dubai, or actually from the Emirates, because it's cool, it's big, but this is way easier to build than this. I'll show you more designs of this, and then you can decide for yourself if the creator of these designs, he just created this in his mind, or he actually made the design by looking at what was in the real world. And it's up to you to decide what happened in the real world. A place to go because you're a sinner. You have to yell and scream and cry because they're supposed to be cathedrals and churches. I added this here because I don't know if it's typical photoshopped green screen photos. That's the way how New York was built and Chicago and all the big cities, or not. I don't know.
It's composite.
These type of buildings, which they don't exist anymore, they're way easier to build than the majestic stuff I've been showing you. I'm not allowed to show the stuff that happened in 2001 because it's not allowed. So anyway, hey, from the times of the man with a mustache that speaks German, forbidden stuff, but at least I can show you the building.
You love dancing.
You know, if you watch the TV series The Man in the High Castle from Amazon, that's gives you more insight.
That is a good TV show. If you're looking for something to watch The Man on the High Castle, I think it's called, like he said. And yeah, that's a good watch. I think it's 2 seasons maybe, but it's good, 2 or 3.
And of the heights, not too bad, huh? And yeah, go back to your domes. Typical. So look at the interior of these places. I wonder if there was a giant humanity or not. I'm just adding this here so you can have a feeling of the gigantic style. And again, I'm adding this as well because this style of construction, even though it looks so cool and amazing, it's way easier and cheaper to build than the stuff I've shown you in the previous videos, which is pretty much impossible to build today with our supreme technology. I wonder if this is a place where I have to go and yell and scream because I'm a sinner, because you know everything is religion. Is this like the interior of the place where you have to yell and scream because you're a sinner? I'm just saying, you know, like that's the way we are being taught. Magnetron. I wonder like what if this is like for electromagnetic energy or not. I know. Why is everything so gigantic and big? Doors, windows. Why is everything like this? Even in Asia, even in Europe, even in America, everything. I don't know.
It's a good
question. Why is the interior of these places so huge? And who built it? I don't know. Nobody knows. I'm gonna show you more magnetrons.
That's crazy.
It's just like the magnetrons. Once you understand the concept of energy, everything is so easy. Also some paintings, because if these paintings they show you the real world from before, then the black and white designs, they show the same stuff. Look at this. First of all, gigantic. Second, again, the same style.
First of all, gigantic.
Power station, or the place to yell and scream because you're a sinner, because everything is religion in the end, right? All the buildings are religious, built in the Dark Ages, in the Renaissance. I know, with huge entrances. Photos are telling you the stuff you should know. Other drawings and paintings showing the world in ruins. Vegetation growing with no control. We see this in the post-apocalypse movies, like The Last of Us, the series made after the video game. Something bad happened in the world, and then vegetation grows everywhere. Look at the inside, and at the same time you go and cry because you have to wash your sins, because this is the proper building. To do that, I'm just saying the truth, like that's what they teach us. Now we're in India. I'm gonna show some India stuff. Yes, this is India. It's not America. It's not Europe. It's not Australia. It's not South America. It's not Africa.
Where is it then, motherfucker?
It's India.
Oh, okay.
So you decide what you want to believe. Lakshmi.
That shit crazy.
Lakshmi. This one.
It look crazy
India.
as hell, honestly.
It's the British Empire. But then before the British Empire existed, there was other empires. You also had like the Spanish Empire, and the Portuguese Empire, and the Chinese Empire, and the White Federation Empire, and the Scythian Empire, and the other Hyperborean empires. I don't know. I'm just showing you stuff from India, and then you can combine it with the other stuff you see in the rest of the continents. Maybe even on other continents, like the ice wall, Antarctica, which doesn't exist. But let's just enjoy a bit more. India. This is also India.
That's
if I
crazy.
didn't tell you it was India, you would say it was Germany, or the USA, or Russia. So again, the inside you scream and yell. Fortunately, this place is not religious. It's for residential purposes. So depends. Now this one is up to you what you want to consider about it. This is
I don't
in
know
Asia.
what that is, but that's crazy.
Same principle, a bit of different design, but same. Just like in the rest of the world. Maybe they built it there as well too. So which is your preference? Because they say this is religious as well, for religion. So do you prefer to yell and scream as a sinner in Europe and America, or in Asia? Because if everything is religious, then that's where you... This one is inferior to the stuff we've seen, but still superior, and no answers. I don't even know. I'm lost. Because Angkor Wat is... it's a bit different. You can actually see the stone. Notre Dame. Same inside. To yell and scream, because that's what religion is all about. So Magnetron.
Yelling and screaming.
And the place for religion. Because if you say something else, you're a conspiracy theorist. Why is everything so Magnetron every time? Magnetron. Is everything to do with Semitic? Well, this is a painting, but you would say, well, it's a painting because somebody just imagined this in their brain. Did they? Or did they see it in the real world? Where is this building?
That's a good question.
Why is it so huge? People get angry when I say White Federation. Everything is so white. So, So these designs, I'll just present them to you, and you can decide whatever you wish. I'm just going to shut up because the photo speaks for itself. Well, the photo, the image, the picture, the design. A bit of here and there. This humanity. Very big, by the way. And they didn't work. They just enjoyed life. So I wonder what they ate and what kind of toilets they use. Look at this. Aren't you just shocked?
What the heck?
I almost shocked myself in the face. I'm just shocked.
That's a nice move.
Post-apocalypse, uncontrolled vegetation in the ruins. And then we have the Renaissance. The world is rebuilt, but in a very not so typical way. Like we've seen this in Germany, in the project of the man with the mustache. I wonder if he got inspired by the other projects of the elite White Federation. This is like even bigger than we see in Russia and America and all the other places, like way bigger. I wonder if these existed at some point, because when nobody does this with so much detail and perfection unless they have a certain real world influence. Not even going to speak about how they built these places, because there's no explanation and there's no construction photos, don't worry, even if you look for them. And please be amazed.
Right.
Be amazed at the epicness.
I've seen these photos before. They were supposedly drawn but never built because the structures would be too expensive. So at least that's the official story, I guess, that they give us.
Whatever you want to call it. Remember that the Earth is still spinning as a globe with curved water while you see this, and you live in these buildings, because if you say something else, you're qualified as a conspiracy theorist, and you have to go by the rules of what's acceptable in society. Just adding this so you can, because we've seen these designs, so I'm just adding the triumphal arches, which are white as well, so you understand. Everything is so white. So yeah, is it forbidden to say the word white? I'm not even sure. I think everything is forbidden today. Look at this pyramid. Wonder if you have these pyramids on the other forbidden continents, if you go in a straight line and you go to the ice wall and beyond. Antarctica doesn't exist. It's up to you to decide whatever you want to believe, because my quest is just to reach a bit of your mind, if I can. And if I can't, at least
Maybe.
I try. And they say a photo is worth more than 1,000 words and 1,000 books and 1,000 texts. So 1,000,000 texts. So yeah, you see, same stuff as the triumphal arches and the palaces we see everywhere in the world. I wonder what humanity was here. I hope you enjoyed, and especially these ones, which are your typical big, huge, very, 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 very big. Let's go to the one I like a lot. This one makes me feel like a little tiny piece of nothing. Look at this. Makes me feel like very tiny.
Alright, y'all. On that note, though, I'ma holler at y'all, and maybe later tonight I might get back on. But definitely tomorrow I'll see y'all, though, if I don't get back on tonight. Alright? Yeah.